Deep in the city of Ikram resides the Wayfarer's Respite, an old inn and tavern. Infused with the smell of ale, wine, sweat, and broken dreams, it serves the less-thans that reside in the eastern section of the city as a place to share their wins and losses in life. Today, early in the morning, as soft golden rays of sun rest gently across the beaten floorboards and weathered wooden stools and tables of the dining section, the morning silence is broken as the unsuspecting duo of burglars encounter our gnarly crew of ne'er-do-wells. Mid-fight, Zelkari bursts through the entrance to face these foes, only to find a very familiar face staring back at her. Vel. Zelkari fights to maintain her focus as our party takes down the burglars, and as the dust settles from the fight, a hushed voice encourages Demalagus to focus with his true sight. Peering in to the ethereal plane, Demalagus sees, towering over Valkyn by several feet, simply peering down at his form, Shar, the goddess of darkness and shadow. Without moving her head, her eyes simply shift up to meet Demalagus's gaze. And it is here that we rejoin our band of adventurers. Ooh. Okay. So that's our setup. Gnarly crew of, yes, ne'er-do-wells. Oh, someone else joined? Yay, Kev's here. Let me fix the cams. I'm going to briefly do Demalagus's thing, since he was kind enough to give me some notes on what he wanted to do. So in this particular moment, as Demalagus is peering across, and again, the 11-some-foot figure of Shar, the goddess of the Underdark and shadow and darkness, stands looming over Valkyn, just staring down. As her gaze meets his, he takes a moment just to take in the surreal experience he's having, for averting his gaze and focusing on the prime material plane rather than the ethereal. While he still has the general concept of her being there, she doesn't seem to move or adjust or anything else. He's quizzically trying to take in that whole situation without directly creating any sort of confrontation with her. Seeing Zelkari's state, while the crew and Thassos, the Davenstar Mafia group, come in and start cleaning things up, Deena has Vel bound with rope, stripped and bound, and all her belongings removed. Demalagus takes this opportunity, still...
She's also gagged.
And gagged, thank you, yes. Demalagus takes this moment to walk across over to Zelkari. And, oh, this is so tiny in this font picture. The text, it hurts my eyes. Alright, so Demalagus walks over, seeing that Zelkari was crying and upset. He's going to walk over and just reach a hand up gently, cautiously onto Zelkari's shoulder and say, he's going to lean in a bit as though to speak only to Zelkari as best he can. Kind of, not into, he's not invading your personal space, or he's trying not to. He's just hand on your shoulder and kind of leans in close-ish to your ear and says, "You've suffered too much lately, my dear. I hope you know. I know it feels like you're going through hell, but you will not go through it alone. Let it out. I'm here." And he seems fairly genuine. and kind of, opens up as though awkwardly, because he's not used to this, sort of awkwardly opens up for an embrace, like to let you, let it out if you want to.
She'll put her hand and tap it like 2 or 3 times on like his hand.
Okay.
And then kind of take a deep breath and just like kind of strengthen her back and gain composure. She doesn't turn to look at Val or anything. Well, she'll turn to Tassos and say, I assume you have a place to put this burden.
Reckon I do.
Chains that a magical person can't break through.
I've got some of those. Nods his head to one of the other members of his family organization. Looks back. What you got, Valkyn?
The finish you were doing.
Oh, sorry. He just, looks over towards Thaxel and Deena. Now, wouldn't ordinarily trust anyone with this, since it's a family matter, but if you'll pardon my saying, and he kind of looks at Thaxel, and you're like family. A lot of you. But he's mostly looking at Thaxel. Glances back. I believe you needed a 10th. Take these 2 with you. Just make sure the deed is done.
And when he says that, I'm looking at Zelkari. Is she in range enough to hear what he just said?
I think so. And technically, with the 2 of these, that'll make 11. Just to put the numbers out
but
there.
I thought the... Wait,
Pierre was
in...
soup.
Oh, yeah, Pierre died. He did.
Oh, that's right. Y'all killed him.
Yeah,
So
he's
this is a 10th.
literally just...
He
That's
did
right,
it.
he's sloshed all over the place.
Pierre is puree.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'll walk over to Tassos and be like, these were the daggers and stuff that they stole. The gem kind of got a little bit ruined. You might want to wash them off first, and I'll hand him the cloth that has like all daggers and stuff
kind
in
of
it.
holds his...
It's a little bit red and drippy.
Nice. Some bits of Pierre, yeah. He folds it up. Thank you there, Valkyn. I appreciate that. Important thing is those responsible are going to have paid. And he just kind of gives like a shake to his head, like he's so impressed always. Thaxel always impresses him. And he's just like, yeah. And you're going to take care of the other. So, you done mighty fine work there, Valkyn. Thank you.
I think I want to kind of... what's the word I'm looking for? Like, gauge Zelkari's body language vibe. Like, I'm trying to see if she non-verbally gives me, like, permission.
That'd be insight. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I could... yeah.
And you're looking to see if she gives you permission to...
To do with Bella's I wish.
Ah.
Kind of like take her away, or do I need it stall, or...
In that case, Zelkari, make a perception check. This way you two are working together. Oh, thank you for the host. Miss Chindander.
Thank you. What is it? Oh, sorry. Skill.
Just perception to see if you kind of understand the faces yet. As time goes on, you won't really have to as much, or the DC will be really low, because you guys will know each other really well.
15.
Okay, and Thaxel, what'd you get?
You said insight, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 17?
Okay. And Zelkar, if you can make an insight check too. So you notice Thaxel, like, making a face at you. Inside will be like, do you understand what she's saying?
Yeah. 14.
Okay. Yeah, so you exchange those gestures and understand. So it's up to you, Zelkari. What do you want to let her know with your body language?
That she's clearly, like, shaken. She was not expecting to have this kind of day. But she's not, like, standoffish. She's not necessarily angry. She's more curious why the fuck this person, if anybody, is here. Like, she's just like, what the fuck?
Nice.
I'm going to take that as we're adding Val to Deena's list.
She just doesn't know what you guys are doing.
Well, yeah, that's
Oh,
true.
right. I forgot. She doesn't know that.
She doesn't know.
So this would at least prompt, if you wanted to anyway, it would prompt a question for Zelkari. Daxel's looking at you like, no.
Now might not be the best time to, like, ask her.
Yeah, now is not a good. It is neither a good time nor place to bring this up.
Yeah, bloody bar,
Just hit the group. We should probably check their rooms for, like, other stuff.
That's a good idea.
That's a good idea, yeah, I was gonna say.
You see Tassa sort of think about it for a moment, but with Thaxel here and Deena, as he's growing a solid relationship with Deena as well. You all, if you find anything that you think is of import, please let me know, or anything else that may belong to the family. But otherwise, keep what you find.
Well, the thing is that given how sloppy they were at the store, they're probably the same crew that hit the house.
Do you know what
So?
was taken from the house?
No, the families don't often share that type of info. Could have been something.
Might be worth reaching out to them.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead. Let me go upstairs. I'll go take a look.
I'll go with her.
We might wanna
Do we
chat.
know what room it is, or do we have to go and, like, ask her?
I look at the bartender. He was about to tell me before all of this happened.
Still has got that huge hole in the back of the.
Poor dude.
Yeah. There's a couple of people talking to him now about taking care of it from the Davenstar family.
I just smile at him and go, "The room, please."
Oh, yeah, sure thing, ma'am. Head up the stairs there, third room down, the first hall on the right there.
Thank you. Right. Upstairs.
Yeah.
Okay. You'll enter a very small, not craptastic room, but maybe just a notch or two above that. And go ahead and do an investigation check. If you're both in there, go ahead and...
Oh, that was horrible.
19.
I had a 5. Plus, like, 1, probably. Yep, plus 1.
What do you, Valkyn, what do you think some of your, like, your top 3 favorite humanoid foods would be?
Valkyns?
Mm-hmm. Or top
Birdseed.
2, whatever it is. Birdseed.
Pancakes?
Nice.
What? Ice
Bread.
cream?
Oh, okay.
We know he probably wouldn't have ever had ice cream. Oh, no. Pancakes, chocolate cake, and... steak.
Perfect. So as you walk in the room, your gaze is caught by this delicious 7-tier chocolate cake, Valkyn. Over on this super crummy nightstand is this gorgeous, must have taken hours to bake and decorate this cake the way it's been made. And you can smell it, and it looks delicious. And there's like a little slice cut out. You can see how moist the beautiful chocolate cake looks. And that's where your attention goes, and that's why.
Okay, I'm going over there, and I'm like, I hope this is a real cake.
Deena's thinking to herself, what kind of an idiot in a room like this has a cake like that?
It's the first thing you see, Deena, as you walk in. You're like, what? But behind it,
I'm going and eating cake.
Perfect. Okay, as Valkyn kind of flies by and starts.
Oh, I am going to make sure that is well known. That it was Valkyn that ate the cake.
Nice. Awesome.
I'm getting like, I'm gonna have like chocolate on my like nice
on your
white
feathers. Yeah.
Amazing. I can't wait for you to come back down. Deena, you see behind that a lot of other food. And it clicks that there was this party and some mention of the kitchen and perhaps them going in that way. So there's a lot of fine foods here, but you also find 2 small jewelry boxes and a satchel of coin. Within the first jewelry box, there's some decent jewelry, nothing that stands out too much. Essentially, for notes, there are 4 25 gold pieces were like art jewelry. It would fall under the art category, 25 gold pieces.
Right.
The second one has necklaces that are just a silver band, but each of them has a rather large gemstone. One of them has a diamond that is worth 250 gold pieces at your first assessment.
Okay.
Another one is an emerald that is worth 75 gold pieces. And the third one is a ruby that is worth 85 gold pieces.
She notes that.
Okay.
Puts it all back. Takes the pouch.
Okay. Ching, ching, ching.
Raise
She
it.
kind of toss it. Yeah. Feel through. You've got a knack for it, like Scrooge McDuck. You're just like,
Oh,
Can I make a perception check, or am I too distracted by
You
cake?
can make a perception check. Let's see how distracted by cake you are with your perception check. There are 7 platinum pieces and 64 gold pieces in there, as well as 18 silver.
That's a 19 total.
Okay, you hear the ching-ching of her sort of, tossing the coin pouch and going through to count it out. That was also 19 silver pieces as well, Deena.
You better be sharing that with the rest of us.
You hear through
Well,
muffled...
I look at Valkyn and I go, well, I suppose you can explain to the family why you took their money instead of giving it back to them. And I toss him the bag, and I walk downstairs.
I love Valkyn and Deena.
As soon as I find Tassos, I say, I'm pretty sure that they're the ones that hit up the party because
That's so.
nobody in their right mind has food like that in a room like that. No offense to the bartender.
It's like, no, don't take it, ma'am.
I'm
He's still
pretty
in
sure
shock.
your chef doesn't do 7-tier chocolate cakes.
No, he does not.
However, I would really appreciate a double whiskey right now. I haven't had my coffee.
He is in a bit of shock, and he's just sort of, all right, an autopilot, and takes them out and pours you a glass. Glasses are, not dirty, but not clean. Slides it down to a little, a few feet.
Yep, she'll just swallow it, put the glass down.
So what's in this coin pouch thing that Deena tossed to me?
Let's see. It was, I'm sorry, Deena. Thanks.
7 platinum, 64 gold, 19 silver.
So this would probably be stuff that they stole from the house in and from the other place.
Could be who's with
Did you also take all the, or so you have like all the emeralds and
Nope.
other stuff?
Left it sitting there.
I probably would. Do I see those things?
If you're looking around, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. You had a 19,
I'd probably pick them up and put them in the bag with the thing, and then go downstairs. I'd probably have some cake on my face.
You have a lot of cake and frosting on your face. Yes, the first thing everyone notices.
What happened to you?
What? I wasn't gonna let the cake go to waste.
There's cake?
Cake, you say?
Yes.
Malagus asks as well.
Upstairs, they stole a cake. And this
The
is
house that was to have the party that was postponed because the house got robbed. Yeah, all of the food that they stole and some valuables are up in their room. So same ones.
Yeah.
They robbed a
Tessa's-
house and stole a cake.
They stole quite a bit of food, judging from that room. And I look back at the bartender and go, you may... Well, you probably already have an ant problem, don't you?
Sometimes.
Yes.
Squats on the counter on the bar. Maybe.
Right. Okay.
Tassos
Dude's
saying-
just like, no, just getting heebie-jeebies.
Nice. Tassos gives you all the, after hearing Deena say that, man, that's so, huh? Well, we'll get as much as we can back to that family, and gotta look out for everyone in our city here.
Oh,
I'll tell
darling.
them that I brought some of it down with me, I guess.
I'm pretty sure Valkyn can deliver it to that family himself, if you know what I mean.
Oh, right, you were,
Yes.
and that's,
Yes.
and her. All right. You know what? I think that's a mighty fine idea. I think it kind of gives you an extra nod of, yeah. Valkyn, would you be so kind as to deliver these goods? It's my understanding that party's been rescheduled for tonight.
Yes.
Right, I reckon they'd be mighty
Deliver it
appreciative.
before the party or at.
At the party, dear.
Okay.
And then, her face, I don't remember her name. Her face is going to light up, and she's going to be like, oh my God, Valkyn, you're like the coolest person ever. And she's going to fall madly in love with you, and the date's going to go on for a hitch, and someone's going to get lucky.
Oh,
Frankly, I see you tell her that you helped take prisoner one of the people that did it and killed the other.
Yeah, we'll let you have this kill. I mean, even though you didn't.
Well, I mean, you can tell her. We won't say anything different because
Well-
none of us will be there.
Oh, that's right.
I can just end up saying that party lit. I mean, we all work together on this.
I think you
I
might
don't
want to
think
take this
you're-
win, Valkyn.
Well, okay.
I'd say maybe you should, clean this up, but damn if that don't look adorable.
Yeah. Well, we got time. What is it? Like, that character, what time? It's like,
It's
what?
barely breakfast, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, it's early day.
It's like 8 a.m., not even.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because we woke up at like 6 a.m. and then I, got us around really quickly because my feet.
Your 2
Clap.
feet. Just kidding.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
So with Zell's little friend all tied up, and Daxel and Tessa's going to take care of her to start with, Deena's going to excuse herself. I'm going to go see somebody again. I need to talk to them, and then I'll meet you back, and we can decide what kind of fun we're going to have before we deliver her.
Who are you going to go talk to?
Oh, it's only been a few hours, but
Okay. We'll
Okay.
see you in a couple hours.
All right. If I'm not back by lunch, don't send anyone after me.
Oh, I wouldn't dream of it. Have fun. Tell him I said hi.
Will do.
Oh, excuse me. Okay. So Deena heads out. Tassos kind of wraps up, anything else that needs to happen here. He's got shackles, magical shackles on Vel. And he probably turned, if Deena's left, he'll ask Staxel, where do you want Miss Nudie Pants here?
I forgot she was naked.
Yeah.
With the dirty bar rag stuffed in her mouth.
Oh, gross and awesome.
Well,
Deena, she's gagged. I mean, don't want her to cast in magic.
It's awesome.
do you have another kennel available, maybe?
Well, I mean, we can always put her back there and have, oh gosh, what's, it's not Steve. What's the basilisk name?
Oliver.
Oliver. Can always have, Oliver keep watch there.
I think he would love that job.
Yeah, he'd enjoy having someone to play with, I think.
I think so. That's the plan for now, and then we'll.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm just, you are an incredible person, Thaxel. You never cease to amaze me. Thank you so much for you and your friends and taking care of business here so quick-like.
I'm just not used to all these compliments. Could you give me another one?
Oh, well, you're fierce, you're strong, you're beautiful. You're just hasn't been long, but I feel like you've made your way from the outer rim to the very center of my universe.
Zokari, is not looking at them, but, to the side, she's gonna be like, put a ring on it.
Awesome. Real. Suppose I should be, reckon I should be going. For now, I hope to catch up with you later. When are you and Deena planning on making your delivery?
Oh, I'm sure by, I don't know, tomorrow morning, maybe this evening. It's kind of her thing. I'm letting her take charge of it, so
Understood.
I'll be sure to let you know.
Thank you kindly. I'll make sure everything you need is set and ready.
Thank you, dear.
All right, well, time to get back to work. And he kind of leans in to give you a kissy before he goes back to and heads back to work, leaving you all in this burnt out tavern with the embers still crackling on the bar and the wall behind the bar stand. Still pretty early. Still that beautiful golden hour of sunlight. Aside from all the people walking around this crime scene, basically, the city itself is still relatively quiet. If you're all heading back out.
Did we see, or did we search, cut off clothes of Vel?
I don't think we checked her clothes.
We didn't
No.
check them yet.
No.
Nope, she just took them off, set aside the stuff that she knew had come from the shop, and that was it.
Zokari will check them now, because they took
Okay.
her away, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
They've shackled
okay.
her with the anti-magic shackles. Yep. And carted
Yeah,
her off.
she'll lean down and start shuffling through.
Okay. So you paw through the clothes, and there's, in here, there's a leather vest and an undershirt that you recall, and it has her scent on it, which whatever effect that may have on you, it does.
That would be a big old gag. Big
Nice.
old gag.
For the most part, it seems like she's been on some fairly hard times, and the clothes aren't as and they aren't really in good shape. There's nothing really to them. There isn't any coin on them. Likely, it was all in that pouch of money they stole. You get the feeling they were living hand to mouth. However, the bracers, these very fitting leather bracers that have some sort of rigid padding underneath the leather portion. You're Claire. Are you proficient in Arcana, Selkari?
I have a +2 on checks, but I'm not proficient.
Go ahead.
Demalican says he's there.
Yes. Right, and he was sort of near you, so he'd probably take a look too. He'd automatically detect the magic coming off of those. I believe those hold some magic.
Okay. I'll stash them for now until I can really inspect them.
All right, you tuck them away in your bag. Nothing else, and of course nothing left of Pierre.
Oh yeah, we already looked through him.
Literally.
Daggers and smashed up
Literally,
cans.
yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing. All right, so where would the remaining 4 here like to head?
Well, I think Daxel's going to go up to Zelkari first and ask, hey, do you want to go get a drink? It looks like you need a drink.
She'll kind of smirk. She'll be like, I don't drink. But I wouldn't mind watching the sunrise if that's okay with you. And she'll just start walking out the door because she does not want to be in that bar right now.
Demalius will follow too.
Does that mean I can still drink? I don't understand. I'm going to just follow her.
Nice.
Is there a nice spot where not a lot of houses and just she can plop down and just kind of get a nice view?
Yeah, on the eastern side of town here. Okay, so, and I hope I'm doing you justice here, Randy. Sorry if I'm not. There is this particularly tall building on the eastern side. And while there's no easy way up, Demaligus would he's definitely following you and Thaxel. He'd probably turn and say, I bet there's a lovely view from the top of that building. Would you like some arcane assistance to get up there?
She'll definitely nod her head yeah, okay.
All right.
I would like some assistance.
Of course, Axel. And he'll cast, I think it's Levitate, I think should allow. I think he's got a spell that can move you, every so
Yeah, I think it's
much.
Yeah, it sounds about
20
right.
feet.
Yeah.
Okay. You levitate, and then you go up as high as 20 feet, and then you can push off to go up further.
Oh, okay. So that gets you up to the first rung of this building. He'll show you the way too. He'll cast it on himself. Right this way. And kind of whoop, jumps up and grabs the next tier of the building, the little deck that wraps around. Whoop, pushes up again, and another time to get up to the roof section.
Bella's just gonna be show off.
Sorry.
Is this the fizzy lifting drink scene? Probably.
Nice, yeah.
Yes.
We have to burp. Awesome. So, then you all have this, you can levitate just above the shingles of the roof and find your way just to the peak. And there is a crow's nest, not a crow's nest, what do you call it? It's a little square peak at the top that has a little rooster wind tunnel thing on it. And you can lean up. It's wide enough at the very peak to rest, for all 3 of you to lean against it and watch, the rest of this sunrise. It's still distorted over the horizon, as it's only breached the horizon about halfway. And for the next 10-15 minutes, you get to watch just this beautiful golden hue cast across the surrounding areas, dance on the waterways as you look back through town. And it's really peaceful, long shadows cast across town. A little bit of business picks up in town. People start opening doors, and the city starts waking up and coming to life. About 20 minutes probably.
Once the sun kind of hits like a peak and people start piling out and everything, Zell, like, you see she's been quiet like the entire time. Almost like an awkward quiet, like no one wants to say anything kind of quiet. And finally she's just gonna be like, because of that woman, because I trusted that woman, I was a slave for a year.
No.
Because she decided that I was nothing. Which, I mean, I guess now her forever is also nothing, and she'll kind of lean back a little farther and just smile a little bit.
I mean, I can make sure it really will be nothing if I have your permission.
What do you and Deena have planned? Because she knows Deena's involved. Like, she knows you guys are talking.
Well, let's just say she needs a set of unwilling people to be sacrificed to this amazing, like, demigod thing. Or archdemon or something.
So to make a pact, she needs slaves.
No, not slaves. Just, unwilling creatures.
So slaves. You can do what you will, but on one condition. And she looks like into Thaxel's eyes. I must go with you, and I get to kill her.
I think we can arrange for that to happen.
She'll nod her head and turn to Demalagus and go, "So breakfast," and just smile.
Nice.
Like nothing has been going on.
Pursuant to Demalagus's notes, because I'll just say Demalagus, he'll see that change in your nature, and he's just going to look you, maintain that look directly in your eye, and just pause for a moment and respect your change of topic. But first, he's just going to say, I'm very familiar with being a slave and being held against one's will. You have every right to take this woman's life if she is responsible for putting you in that position. If you ever do need someone to talk to, I understand too well. But breakfast. Well, it's a shame that we missed the chocolate cake.
I'm very upset about that.
She'll start chuckling. She'll be like, well, that very angry looking man that must have pissed off Tassos. We can always go bother him again.
That does sound delightful. Yes, whatever you need, I will follow this morning. Lead the way.
Let's go get pastries. And she'll like be super excited.
Oh, you like this, Thaxel.
Oh, okay, great. I'm still invited along. Great. I didn't
If you like pastries.
And angry old men.
Oh, yes.
Bothering angry old men.
Yes,
That
yes.
That's what I
clearly
meant.
did something to work at a pastry shop.
Nice. All right. And meanwhile, Deena, you were heading out to...
To Thud. Go
Nice.
see Thud.
Okay.
Need to talk to Thud.
So you head back to where you last caught up with him, or where he told you he would be, rather. And he is in fact there.
I'm assuming she knows exactly where he's staying.
Yes. Having spent some time there,
Yeah.
you return, and he's living in a fairly lavish. He's renting. There's a building where they're renting out the floors, basically, almost like a high rise of Ikram. And he's got a fairly lavish floor near the top. So you return. Not begrudgingly, but he was.
Yeah.
It's early-ish, so he's awake, but sort of starting his morning. But he, opens the door with his takes his finger and thumb, opens up the handle. Oh, hello.
Hi. Different outfit. Had to go do some things this morning.
Come in.
So,
I'm delighted to see you.
I'm glad to see you too. I thought, I know I said last night that I was probably going to be going out of town this morning,
Yes.
but plans have changed. Won't be going until tomorrow.
Oh.
Yeah. So I've got all of today and all of tonight free. Well, I do have somebody I need to go talk to
Okay.
later, but yeah.
Well.
Let's just say that they're not going to enjoy answering my questions.
Delightful. I hadn't mentioned this, knowing that you were likely to be gone today, but I have a proposition for you.
Ooh, I love being propositioned.
Then I have many propositions, but one regarding acquiring some additional wealth. I need someone I can trust. And I feel that perhaps that someone is you.
Of course. I have something to tell you as well, but you first.
If you insist. So he opens the door. Naturally, he's nudie pants because he just woke up. So he goes and gets you some breakfast around the house, trying to, show off as he's getting ready.
She's just kind of kicked back,
Oh,
she's made herself perfectly at home, totally relaxed.
nice. He makes a
Kicked back, just
mimosa.
watching.
Yeah.
Little coffee,
Perfect. Well,
enjoying the show, as it were.
Nice. I don't often do jobs that deal with thievery anymore. Most of my work is on a grander scale, but it is my understanding that there, here in town, is an incredible, rare antiquity. The crown of Queen Esma IV. I feel like you, having traveled, it's sort of a general knowledge, this particular queen. Ikram used to be under a monarchy a while ago. Hasn't been for probably 100 years or so. But before that, there were a number of, the whole line of monarchs. Queen Esma IV was the last one before it turned to democracy, which quickly became, organized crime and things like that.
Quickly became a oligarchy.
Yes. Perfect. Yeah.
Texas, Italy.
Yeah. He says, honestly, there's something about getting your hands dirty. And I just can't think of anyone I'd rather do that with.
Now, first off, the two, one hesitates to use the word idiots, lightweights that you were around with at Stonehearth. Are they still?
No. They were a necessary pain in my ass for the job I was on. But thankfully that's done, and they're back with their folks they regularly work with.
You're familiar with this city, correct?
Fairly.
You know who runs this city?
I have, I've made acquaintance with, oh gosh. I can't think of his name, not Tassos, but, quick, like the wind! His dad, I've got it here.
Davos?
Yeah, right, Davos. Oh, Davos Davenstar? I don't know.
No, it's D something.
I thought they rhymed. It was like Tassos, Davos, and
You know what?
yeah.
They. I had her whole family listed out here. Now I don't. Oh, here it is. Rhea's family. Jeez. Because she's got a lot going on here. Theo. Okay. Didn't mean to be that excited about it. Sorry. I've made acquaintance with Theo and Tassos Davenstar, but I have not done business with them yet. But I've requested their permission to do business with other families here.
So, are they aware of the business that you're looking to do? And the reason why I asked, darling, is simply because I'm staying with the Devon Stars. I travel with his sister. She's part of the group of ladies and gentlemen that I'm with.
I see.
A group of... We run together, for the most part. As a matter of fact, Thaxel. You remember Thaxel? Lives at the Rose Menagerie.
Ah, yes.
The woman over
Fierce
yes.
gaze.
She's, you might say, intimately involved with Tessa.
That's so.
Yes.
Good for her and for him.
Yes. Yes. So I have a certain loyalty to them.
I understand.
Now, I will be happy to help you, and I would love to help you, as long as it's not going to upset the Devon Stars.
I respect that loyalty. I have not asked permission, no, but hearing this, I will seek permission before entertaining this theft.
Tassos does hold you in high regard, just so you know. He
That is good to hear.
is aware of your reputation and finds it of good note.
Good. Good. Well, I will go see him today then.
And then we can, you can tell me more about it after that. I'm looking forward to it.
Yes. Later, of course. First, and he finishes, whatever coffee he's drinking, sets it down. First, kind of stretches out a little bit.
First, I have one thing I need to talk to you about.
Of course. He sits down across the table.
I have this. I'm leaving town. It's just for an overnight thing. I've come to an arrangement, if you will, an agreement with opportunity for upward momentum, upward growth.
Naturally.
With an rather powerful entity.
Okay.
Which is going to involve me tossing little under a dozen souls into a lake of lava.
What kind of power are you looking at here?
I make sure that there's nothing flammable around, and then I let the wings out.
Well, it kind of turns in his seat.
And then I put the wings back down because I know I only get them for a minute.
Nice.
or an hour, or however long it is. I think it's an hour.
I think it's an hour, yeah.
An hour, yeah. But she's not going to leave them out for too long.
You never cease to impress. Well, what's a dozen souls in the pursuit of power? You have to look out for yourself and those you care about, yes?
Yes. But I wanted to let you know, just so you didn't have any objections or possible conflicts of interest, shall I say.
I don't have any contacts here, so if you're looking to take a dozen people from this town, have at it. I might be able to throw one or two your way.
Oh, I've already picked up my 10 that I need.
Of course you
I've
have.
already. Yes. But, so that's where I'll be. I'm just. Oh, it's an overnight trip. You know, I have to out to Mount Comanda and back again.
Actually, I'm going to have him do a check, given his his past.
That's why she dropped the name.
Yeah. So he's got a little bit of stuff. Oh, I got a 20. Okay.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, the tail comes around and taps him, making him put it together.
Excellent.
Going into the family business, you might say.
Powerful indeed. Well, since we're opening up a bit, I should tell you that I soon have a trip, not seeking the same type of power that you have. I admire you for that. But the political power, some more sway, some more contacts. Making a trip to Pele, and there are some officials that I may need to do some spring cleaning out there, let me say.
Do I know
Randy's
Pele?
here.
Hey, Randy.
Hey, Randy, yay! You do, because given your travel here, it's like a desert city. It's out in the middle of a desert near an oasis.
Oh, wow. So that's actually probably pretty close to where she was raised.
Oh, that's right.
Isn't Pele also Axel?
You're cutting it out.
Oh, I don't know if Deena was around for this, but I think it was mentioned that the people that the archaeology guy worked for, weren't they in Pele?
Yeah, one of them was. Yep.
That's
Oh, right,
yes.
the firm. Yeah, that hired them. Yes,
Yep.
correct. Okay. So I like you. I do.
I like you too.
I'd like to be in contact whenever I can and help you as I can, and perhaps lean on you to help me with this power you're accumulating. If circumstances are right, of course, for you and for me.
Of course. I do have situations. I don't think I'm going to be welcome back in Sandgard anymore. caused a little bit of a disturbance while I was there.
Is that so?
Yes. Yeah, that's oh, I can't even remember his name. The green dragon.
Oh, jeez. Ulathar.
Ulathar, yeah. He got in the way. And had acquired an item that a different powerful individual wanted back. And so my companions and I reacquired it for them and sort of left him a charred spear on the dock next to his ship.
Lovely.
Yes. So there's a wizard tower there that is most interesting.
Yes, I've heard of that. It's said that there's much treasure in there, but thoroughly trapped.
Perhaps sometime in the future. Something to consider.
A challenge that might be worthy of the two of us together.
I have a few friends that
I would like to meet these other friends. You fascinate me.
will do that.
Well
now
then.
Yeah. You were going to show me something?
Yes. And he stands up again. On the table.
And we fade to black.
Whee! Neat. Awesome. All right. So you've got that cooking for the day. Valkyn, what are you up to as everyone else sort of went to see the sun rise?
So it's still morning.
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably I don't know if I would be able to at the tavern or something, like at least wash off my face a little bit. Mm-hmm. And then I would go and make way for that enchanting shop that was near Blacksmith.
Sorry, you're chopping up a little bit again.
Oh.
You're enchanting, you said?
Yeah, the enchanting shop that's I think it's near to the blacksmith or something.
Well, that's
like
right. You were looking at having what done again?
Probably something some sort of enchantment on my Aarakocra darts, my bone darts.
Okay.
The ones that I made?
Isn't
Yes.
that great? Now, I'm just going to give pause for Demalagus. Now, Demalagus, I had you take in the shard thing and, not really engage, but sort of take it in for a moment and then sort of put it off to the side so as not to... Oh, yeah, what you got?
I know.
Oh, okay.
My connection actually was really good on the way back, so I'm pretty much caught up. And I wanted to say, Dan, you did really good. I super appreciate it.
Good.
You followed guys, I wrote him 2 pages of instructions for what took 2 minutes, but I did quite a bit of information, sort of an info dump there. And he followed my instructions, said what I said to say verbatim, which was very nice, and then even extrapolated from what I wrote and came up with his own thing, and he did perfect. So,
yes, good.
Well done, sir. Well done.
And then he ran away.
Thank you. Yeah. He pushes everyone off the rope. Yeah.
That's Kanan.
Yeah, well, thank you, Randy, for, the extra info really helped inform me as to the motives and stuff. Yeah, awesome. Good. I'm glad you liked it. I'm so psyched. Did you want, before heading off to do that, to talk to Valkyn at all? Just to retcon anything in case because I didn't have him say anything to Valkyn, figuring there's other stuff going on.
No, and he wouldn't have said anything to him.
Okay.
He doesn't need to
Well,
tell him.
thanks.
He's fine.
Nice. All right.
And as my date gets murdered by Shard.
Dun, dun, dun. No problem.
Well, maybe you should not date.
Valkyn, so you head out across town, and you reach, the smell of the smithy gives away the location, even if you were having trouble finding it. And just a few buildings down, you see this enchantment shop. It's because this is such a ritzy town. Even the less thans in the eastern part are still pretty well off. They're like maybe middle, like actual middle class, not lower middle class. So that's the only reason there's an enchanting store in here. But still, it's a rather small building, and it's. Sorry, it's called Entropis Enchanting, and it seems to be maybe open. The door's shut. There's some dim lights on inside.
I'll try the knob.
Okay.
Turn.
Is that what we're calling it? No, just kidding. Sorry, I could.
Okay.
Anyway,
Push door or whatever.
Okay. So you try the knob. I'm going to use that as a term from now on too because I love that. Opens up the door. Pops open. Door swings open.
Hello? Anyone here?
You hear a little shuffling
As I step in.
The door is not in the center of the front of the building, but off to the left. And it's probably only like a 20-foot wide, maybe 30-foot deep building. You hear some shuffling from the back right. There's a counter that runs in an L shape along the wall to your left and then along the back wall. And yes, I'll be right there. You hear from the back. I don't know how to describe this race. Okay, have you seen the Dark Crystal, Valkyn? Or Kev?
I know of the movie.
Okay, the woman that talks about the Great Conjunction. And I can't think of her name now because I haven't seen it in so long. So humanoid, but like a sort of a haggish face. It's sort of warped with heavy wrinkles on it. Sort of tipped, offset, scraggly, patchy hair everywhere. Brown/purple sort of linen robes that are a bit worn. Comes around the corner. And one eye is almost like it's swollen shut around it, so you can't really make it out. You can see some of the whites and some of the iris. But the other one's really, really big. And like as though the lids are like drawn away from it. And she has this, it's like this pure golden colored iris. Yes, dear. Aarakocra, yes. Oh, you've already got some magic on you, yes. Well, come in. What can I do for you, young man?
I was looking to get a set of darts enchanted. Wondering what would be like price for something.
It depends on the enchantment, young man. It depends on the enchantment. What exactly are you looking for? Something to hurt others, I imagine. It's a dart, yes. In what way? What would you like these to do? Do you want options, or do you have something in mind?
Yeah, I'd like some options.
Well, before I list options, let's talk price, because enchanting is incredibly expensive. And just doing a quick assessment here, and her eye opens up even a little wider as she kind of like scans around and stuff. I'm not sure that you'll have the coin to pay for such a thing. But if you're looking for a minor enchantment, very minor, then you're still looking at a couple thousand gold pieces, likely. Depending. Maybe taking about 3 months or so. Is this still something you wish to look into? Or?
It'd be something I'd like to look into and keep in mind.
Very well. Then talk to me. You'd like to hear the options then, yes? Options?
Yes.
Very well. well, let's see. And she takes out a big book and puts it down on the counter. And there's some dust on some of the pages that don't get flipped through too often. She's going way back to like the first chapter or two of this book. And I just have to open this other eye for a minute because it's really messing me up. Ooh. All right, let me pull up my notes. Okay. All right. Where am I? Here we are. Yes, well, inexpensive enchantments. Let's see, young man, let's see. She keeps kind of giving you like an extra stare and like back down at the book and up at you and back down. Well, yes. Well, there's something basic here. You can enchant them with the light spell, where you can simply activate a light on the dot. Helpful for long, dark caves and tunnels and such. Throw the dart, carries the light with it. You're looking at, well, depends on how many dots you'd like done, yes? Per dot. Let's say we're doing this per a dot. We're looking at about 200 gold per dot, and that would probably take me about 3 weeks to get done. That's likely the least expensive I have here. It is enchanting, after all, and takes 8 hours a day, day after day, for that entire 3 weeks. So you understand the cost is mostly labor. Oh, I'm not as young as I used to be, despite my figure. She kind of shakes a little bit. So, did you have something else in mind? Something a little more dangerous, perhaps?
Yes. Probably something that can do a little bit of damage.
Well, let's see then. Let's see. What can we do? I'm going to fix that eye again. Wow. I didn't think that was going to bother my other eye that much. Maybe I'll just switch her eyes. That's perfect. She switches eyes every so often.
Oh my god.
Let's see. Nope, that's not going to work for this. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to find something else that would be in the cheapest range, but it is tough because it is all pretty pricey. Oh, that wouldn't work. Basically, you're looking at cantrip level. All right, how would that work? Let's see. There's one more spell here. Wrong eye. There's one more spell here that. Oh, excuse me a moment. Yes, well, this one's a little more tricky. This would take probably a full 2 months, and per dot would be a little more expensive. Probably around 800 gold pieces per dot. But this would be the Prestidigitation Spell. You could throw the dart at an item, and it would be limited to what you strike, mind you, but you could then create the effects of Prestidigitation within a 5-foot area around the item that you strike with a dart. So, somewhat handy. As far as damage, you see, there's a hierarchy of spells, you see, and she leans behind and pulls down. She has rolled up top like 5 or 6 different maps and scrolls that she can pull down. So she pulls down a couple until she gets to the third one. It kind of breaks down like cantrips, first level spells, second. Yeah. Most
she
of which
essentially pulls out the player's handbook.
Yeah. These are better suited to weapons that aren't as disposable. Darts can easily get lost, and the cost is heavy per an item. if you're looking for something very, very minor, I could attempt to enchant these to do a minor spell. They could add a particular type of damage of your choice. Fire and or acid or cold thunder lightning. It would only be an additional, let's see, an additional D4, basically, is what she describes it as, in whatever terms that would translate to. D4. That would be about 200 gold pieces per dart as well, and take me about 3 weeks. Anywhere from 1 dart up to, I would say, 10. Any more than 10, it would take an additional 3 weeks. I can do them in sets of 10 at a time.
Well, would be, even though I know I wouldn't be able to invest in this, but it would be something to keep in mind. What would be the deadliest thing I could put on one of these?
Oh, well, I can do just about anything on here that you see on this chart and imbue it into here. It's simply the cost and time to do so.
Yeah.
The more deadly and damaging, the more time I'll need, or the more practitioners I will need to call in to assist me, but the process is lengthy and wears one down. 8 hours a day, son. 8 hours a day.
Yeah. What about something to do with paralysis?
Well, let's see. You might be better off finding someone that can create an oil or a coating of some sort that you can simply dip them in.
Yeah.
An alchemist, per se. Not to say I can't do it, but again, that might be better with a consistent weapon, not one you might lose.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yes.
Good. Now, I'm happy to answer another question or two. I understand that you're just window shopping today, and I'm not one to turn away prospective business.
Yes. You kind of seemed like you knew a little bit about Aracoke, possibly.
Oh, yes.
Do you know of, or have you ever seen any in the...
Oh, certainly a handful in my time, yes. As never one quite such as yourself of the owl variety, but other bird types, yes.
I don't know exactly where the area was.
That was near,
Yeah.
Boop. I can think of it on the map, I just can't think of the name of that town. But
It was north of whatever that town that we were in.
Yeah.
But I would ask if she knew of that village.
I can't say I'm aware of any village there. I've seen, you're the first I've seen here in Ikram. I've seen some in my travels. I've even been to the, elemental plane of air. And, yes, found some, nomadic Aarakocra. Couple traveling. Doing some sort of a pilgrimage. But, interesting culture, I suppose.
I wouldn't really know much about it.
Ah, that's a shame. You do know how short-lived you are, yes? Life expectancy very brief?
I assume I probably would have read that in the book thing, or the research that I had done. Yeah. I'm aware of that.
Live your life to the fullest then, young man.
I'll try.
That's my motto. I live my life to the fullest every day.
As long as you're not working 8 hours.
Oh, you have to pay. Pay to play, yes?
Yes.
Well, I must say I do need to get back to work. I have expensive tastes, and that requires income. But,
thank you for your time.
Oh, of course, young man, of course. Please, do come back should you find the coin. a brave young man like yourself, I feel that you will, in time, seem to be an adventurer, yes? Accrue the wealth you needed for such a thing. Please think of me when you do, yes?
Okay.
Remember the lovely, delightful woman that helped you, answered questions despite the urgency of her work.
Will do.
Very well, very well. Well, good day to you then, son.
Bye.
Goodbye.
And then I'll probably go off back to the house for now.
Okay. Gosh, where are we with, what time is it here? Alright, we probably have just enough time to scooch back to Zelkari, Demalgus, and Thaxel back at that bakery. Having done this before, now you sit down, you find a seat out. Again, it's sort of the outer area that's open at this point. There isn't anyone inside except for some of the servers. Umbrella set up to block the sun, which isn't really working at this hour of the day since it's so early. And you hear the shuffle of feet as once again this particular gentleman is working again, and almost sighs at the sight of you as it comes out. How can I? Welcome back. What do y'all want?
You are just awfully cheerful this morning. What's good?
Everything's good.
But I've never been here before. Aren't you supposed to recommend something to me?
I recommend the menu.
Zelkari is just like, kind of like a little shocked, and she's just gonna sit back and like wait and see.
And you can see a little fire burning in Baxel's eyes, like,
Nice.
did you just smart off to me? Excuse me. And I want to, like, say in clenched teeth, because I'm just... I want something chocolatey. Now.
Chocolate, got it. You too?
She's just gonna lean on her hand and be like, I would love something with lots and lots of strawberries, raspberries, very, very fruity. And just like smile and be like,
Fruity. I can remember that. Looks over at Demalgus. You?
Let's see. And last time we were here, we had quite a spread. Let's see. My favorite thing was those little chocolate bowls with the strawberry sauce. I'd love a plate
oh,
of
those were good.
All right.
Oh, and coffee all around.
With a little shot of whiskey in mine. Please, good sir.
He keeps turning to go and pausing as you add and just turns to go get it.
I can't believe this is even more fun with Baxel here.
He's a delight.
Is there like a little sign or like one of those like chalkboard boards that says like the name of the place or like anything basically like those little signs that are kind of like
I think this was the Den of Cupcakes. If I'm right, Valkyn, is this the place or was that elsewhere?
Yeah, but I think I wasn't sure if she was looking for like one of the menu things so that
like the outdoor menu specials for the day.
Yeah, where they like put all the chalks and it's like, today's special.
Okay.
It's like welcome, blah blah blah, so that she could go and like write and change all the writing on it or something.
Yeah, you look over and you see one. It's sort of the guy's walking away and his figure he's got this sort of stout, muscular figure. It's sort of blocking your vision of it, and he walks over goes past it to go inside, and as he does, he just erases it and walks inside.
So there's nothing outside that's not really in his view right now?
Nothing yet. Nothing yet. Currently, it's just erased. But if you wait until he comes back out, he is going to write today's things on it. He's not just being malicious.
Okay. I'll wait then. I'll wait. Will he like is it like a little chalkboard thing that he'll like place outside, or does he stay?
Yeah, it's just outside the main entrance, but at the end of this outdoor patio area, so you can see it now that he's not walking back towards the entrance. It just has like, they use chalk and he's been erased.
They wipe it. Okay. All right. She'll wait.
Okay. While your stuff's being ready, he comes back out and writes some items down there. There is a squash pie. There's what do you call them? The turnovers, apple turnovers, peach turnover special, and croissants in remembrance of Pierre. Just kidding. Some croissants, some fresh croissants. And basically there's like a breakfast sandwich deal there too. They've got some roast boar that they put with some cheese and some egg, or bacon style boar. And those are the specials that sort of get written down. Ooh, there's also a broccoli and cheddar soup for sure.
Locks it on ear.
And you see him out there writing it. He's got like these pretty different colors of chalk, and he changes it out and does a really good job. It looks beautiful. The handwriting's like this eloquent, lovely writing. And he goes back in, and he's going to be another minute or two before he comes out with your order.
Okay.
I would like to flag him down at some point.
He stands up from writing that. And he
Hey!
walks over.
I don't know your name.
Good.
What are you writing there? What's your name?
It doesn't matter.
What? Oh, it does, or I'm going to give you a name. And it's not going to be very nice.
Give me a name. That's fine.
Asshole. What did you write?
Specials.
Are you going to list the specials for me? Because I may want to partake in them.
Yeah, just a minute. And he turns, walks around, picks up the sign, and walks back and sets it down. I know how it goes when your vision gets bad in old age.
Oh, I'm sorry, darling. I can't read. I need you to read it for me. Your handwriting's just poor. I really am literate. I just can't read your handwriting.
Pie. Oh, crap, what was the second thing? Turnovers?
Turnovers. You had croissants.
And soup. Broccoli
Cheddar broccoli soup, yeah.
Ooh!
And breakfast sandwiches.
Yeah, breakfast sandwiches.
Croissants sound very... I think I ate somebody who liked croissants. I'll have some of those. Please.
Just recently, too. It's gross.
Oh, yeah. There's not a lot of him left.
There's some on my robes.
Yeah, I think there's some like in the back of my teeth. I'm trying not to pick it in front of you. Unless you want me to, asshole.
Well, I'm glad you can put him away like that.
You should see what else I can do.
Sounded oddly flirty.
It does, yeah. He raises an eyebrow like...
I think that was oddly flirty.
No comment.
This took a way weird turn.
Nice.
I was gonna say.
What about Dad's house? Don't tell.
Croissants, got it. If any of the rest of you decided to change your mind too?
Oh no, the croissants are being added to my chocolatey thing that I ordered earlier. You didn't realize that, right?
Hungry. Of course.
Yeah. This muscle doesn't build itself.
Nice.
I'll have a breakfast sandwich. Just with the fruity whatever you ordered me.
All right. You, sir.
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Good. Be back shortly. Takes a sign with him and walks back, puts it outside the front, and goes in and gets your food. Couple minutes, he comes back out again with a rather large serving tray, one of the little stands that he sets out, puts it down and takes plate after plate and serves from the left. He does all the things that he's supposed to as far as, service, aside from having any sort of, tableside manner, and sets it down. He is sort of giving Thaxel the once over in like a, what else can she do kind of way, admiring the muscle, and sort of like, yeah, all right. She, if you need anything else, and he just turns and walks back in. He stops there, and I think that's where we'll take our bio break, just so I don't get too far past it on you.
No.
Sorry.
Oh my god.
What even?
I love it.
Oh, this guy's so fun.
Oh my god, I love it so much.
This is the best.
I'm so glad we brought you along.
This guy's probably some like war vet type.
No, he's just
person.
an asshole.
He must have pissed off the family somehow.
Oh yeah, he's
Must
pissed off
have.
somebody. He's pissed off somebody being allowed to earn a living this way.
And like he knows we know.
But does he know that we know that he knows that we know
That he knows that we know, yeah.
Nice.
Probably.
Yay, friend reference.
With my name, you think I wasn't gonna know that?
That's why I did it.
I got my stuff. I know. I know.
I'm so confused.
Friends.
Watch Friends.
Watch Friends. I have all the seasons on DVD,
I need to
but I
buy
will not
them.
ship them to you. Oh my god, please do. Netflix has the TV aired version, not the actual DVD version. So
Yeah.
you're missing stuff.
I am. I know.
Just saying. For everyone out there that did not know.
Ooh, nice. All right, so we're gonna do 8 to 10 minute break. I think everyone in here knows that already. Blah blah blah. So we'll catch you soon. More fun. Okay, I'm gonna make myself some coffee. Yeah. Finger guns. Ooh, nice. Came prepared, Randy. Nice. Oh, my butt. Butt.
Cat is furious, flipping her tail around.
Oh, I bet.
She's mad at me. I tried to move her and she bit me.
I've
But
had
very-
cats like that before.
She very gently. She doesn't want to hurt me.
Mhm. I'm just warning. It's just a warning. I'm just
Yep.
letting you know that I am upset with you.
Mhm.
Do not continue.
No more of that shit, Dad. Right now. Don't do it again.
Yeah, I had a cat who used to escalate getting me up in the morning when I was in high school. And
Oh,
She started by leaping onto my chest. And then she would sit on my face. And if that didn't work, she'd back up, she'd get off, she'd jump from my face onto the floor, leap back up onto my chest, and start batting my nose with a paw.
oh. Oh my
And
God.
after 2 bats with the paw, 1 claw would come out. Pink on the nose.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
All right, I
that
should
was her
get
escalation.
to real food and
Yep,
not just
go.
eat chocolate for dinner. I'll be back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you see him with characters.
What you eating?
I was having or finishing up some cookies and cream ice cream.
Nice.
So many discords.
Two of the stuff is just like
Too many discords. You said what?
I'm in so many discords.
I mean, being a streamer, I'm in a ton. I'm in a ton.
I ended up clipping because one of the streamers I watch, he's friends with a guy me and Randy watch videos of on YouTube, Puff and Forrest. And he does streaming, and he went to went on a day trip to Disneyland and played Pokemon Go. And he
Nice.
caught a shiny Spoink. And that's what he was there for, basically doing. He's like, I'm so glad I ended up staying here instead of that.
That's funny.
And then when he finally caught it, he's like, why don't we go and check see how good it is? And the person, and the raider's like, yeah, it's not that great of a Pokemon. It's like, you know what? Screw you. He's my shiny boy.
Oh my god.
What I found really funny was earlier, since they're doing like the special event stuff or whatever, Palkia, and somebody, or he was trying to catch Palkia, and he took some photos of it, but it was really, really tiny for whatever reason. So it just looked like this small angry boy, small angry dragon.
I remember, I'll never forget this. When that game first came out, I worked at a pharmacy at the time, and that's one, like, our pharmacy was literally one of the hot spots. And this couple came in, they're probably like my age, they're probably like mid-20s, and the girl, like, got really excited because she caught a certain Pokemon. She's like, oh my gosh, honey, look, it's a Choo-Choo. And I'm like, Choo? What is she talking about? I'm like, what Pokemon? And she's like, look, and I saw her, like, turn the screen to show him, and she meant Pikachu. And I'm like, and I kept my mouth shut, but you could just see the guy was just like, not gonna say anything, but he was like, that's awesome, babe, I'm so proud of you. And I was just like, I'm not gonna ruin it. I'm not gonna ruin the moment.
Yeah.
It was like, it was cute, but I'm just like, that's not, it says the name right there.
You know, I found that reading comprehension is not a real strong skill for some reason. I'm great at it.
Yeah, read it. Well, and also sometimes, like sometimes you do actually have a good reading comprehension, but you don't have a great pronunciation comprehension. So, like, when you read it out loud in school, like, some of the times, like, people just end up saying words, and you're like, that is not at all how you say that word.
Yeah,
It's like,
the words.
because you never heard that word said in person.
Yeah,
The one
they're
that
the
gets
words
me-
that you read all the time, but you've never actually heard spoken aloud.
There was a joke in How I Met Your Mother about that, and I don't remember what the word was. But literally, they're like, no, you're wrong. He's like, this is how I pronounce it. I'm right. And they're like, no, not accurate. I do remember one that always got me was this one kid I knew. He couldn't say melancholy right. And I'm just like, no, that's not how you pronounce that. I don't even remember how he pronounced it, but I'm just like, no.
Melancholy.
One of the paramedics that I used to work for couldn't say no, I can't say it. Palpitations. Thank you. Yeah, he couldn't say palpitations. It was palpitations. It was like
Palpitations.
A question, yeah.
But it was there was, I don't know what it was, for some movie. I think it was the movie that Christina Ricci was in, where she had like the pig nose or whatever. It was a while ago.
Penelope.
But she was doing an interview, and originally she was homeschooled for a while, and she went to went to actual school eventually, and there were like kids running all around and stuff like before school, and she said to like whoever dropped her off, like, it's utter chaos, and they're like, chaos.
Oh, brutal.
Chaos. Because, like, she read, but you just don't know.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Right.
Okay, to be fair, English is
I
hard.
feel it.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel
Try
that.
teaching it.
I was homeschooled until the 4th grade, and so I was one awkward kid coming into 4th grade. Like, it was bad. Like, I had no social skills, and I remember there were like a few words, and I'm just like, I don't know what that means. Like, it was not fun. The first 2 years I was in public, it was real brutal.
Well, there's a reason why. I mean, a lot of they've taken to teaching sign language and stuff to kids who are autistic and things, because language is an abstract concept.
Yes.
Sign language makes it a concrete.
This is why I incorporate it every single day.
Yep. My kids' first words were in sign language.
Nice. Wow.
For that reason, we didn't know if they would ever speak.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
they were both 2 years old and hadn't spoken.
Okay.
And then
My
once-
daughter,
And Sarah, once she got sign language, she now had the concept of language.
Gotcha.
And so words made sense. She started talking.
Wow.
My son, he's still very little language, very little
Okay.
verbal.
Oh,
But at least sign language, we have signs and things that we can use that are they're nice and concrete.
beautiful. Wow.
Comes in
my
handy.
daughter is in speech therapy, and the first things they taught her were like a bunch of signs. And so, like, if she wanted something, she could come up to me and start like making the signs, which was like, it was kind of garbled because it's her little hands trying to do it, but I
And it's
understood
so
what she
cute.
wanted.
Yep.
Yeah, and like I understood what she wanted. Now that she's talking way more, she's kind of dropped it, which like that's fine. I kind of hope one day I can get her to like relearn it though, because I think
Yeah.
it's pretty nifty to know.
I always teach parents 3 signs. It's more, eat, and please.
Mm.
And I was like, as long as you can get those 3 down, that's a good starting point. And then I just keep signing no matter what. I sign and I talk all the time. But yeah, those are the 3 main ones that I
Yeah.
teach
Thank you.
all the parents.
Thank you is one that is just a habit now.
Mm.
Thank you. Yep. Please. More. Wait.
I know some hand
Drink,
signs,
eat.
but they're probably not safe for the stream.
Nice.
Um,
On that note, I'm going to jump us back in. And hey, all right, let's see. Let me tweedly deedly that out as well. Since I forgot to do the morning one. I forgot.
While Dan's doing that, is this too dark? Should I turn my other light on?
You're
a little
good.
dark, but
You're good.
you're fine. I don't think it'll be an issue. Oh no! Don't
Oh
turn
my
that on,
God.
Randy. No, I'm blinded by that.
Okay.
It equalizes
Dark
after
mode.
a second. Go back to dark
Where's the
mode.
dark mode?
Yeah. Don't blind yourself with that. No.
That worked.
All right.
hello, darkness, my old friend.
Nice.
Yeah, I gotta get a better camera.
Better than mine.
Bum, bum, bum.
Because the world needs me in high def.
Yes, HD Brandy.
Well, Clem, let's face it. We really just want Clem.
No,
Clem.
Clem's a nice
Give me the
bonus.
kitties.
That'll be my excuse. I bought this really expensive camera for my cat. I'm crazy.
Worth it.
Look at that cat butthole. Yeah, you can see every little pucker.
HD.
That's amazing. Okay, let's see. So we're at the. So I'll let that carry on. I'll let you all have. If you're going to converse at all there. Otherwise, I'll jump to whatever's going to be next.
Well, I'm gonna try and like scarf down my food pretty fast, and then so did the grumpy guy go back in? Like, is he in view of the sign? Is he in view of us?
He would have delivered your food there and then gone back inside the building.
Okay, so he doesn't see us or the sign right now.
There are windows, tall windows along the front, but he can probably look out the window, but he's way inside, so he can't hear you.
Okay. So she's going to kind of like go into like stealth mode, and she's gonna hunker down, and she'd be like, I have a plan. And so she's gonna sneak around to the side and wipe a little bit off the bottom. Like nothing too major, like wipe one thing and just start drawing like a really intricate dick. Like
Nice.
super intricate. And then at the bottom, she's gonna write, I pissed off the wrong person. Like as small as she can fit it all.
Perfect. There's enough room. It kind of goes around the curve. Like there's a curve at the end of the wiener, and it's like, follows that. I pissed off the wrong person.
Does Maxwell see this? I'm assuming.
I imagine.
Or
What do you think Zelkari is within?
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely Jamal. It's like they're watching her. She's gonna scurry on back.
Awesome.
Axel is
Yeah.
impressed. And she thinks to herself, maybe this girl isn't half bad. But she's thinking that to herself.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And so Zell just sits there and she's real proud of herself. And she's like, well, this was a good time. And like, seems a little more happy.
Oh, neat. I'll just do a general. Oh, yeah, no, he's busy. Okay. All right, so you successfully get that done and sort of, sneak back to the table and sit as though nothing ever happened. You're all able to finish up your meal. Again, unless you have anything else you want to play out.
They'll probably be... I don't know if the Axel will know where we're going. I guess she'll just kind of look at the Axel while, like, still, like, eating or like, whatever leftovers. And she'll be, like, mouth kind of full and be like, so where are we going with all the bodies? Like, super garbled.
North? There's this...
Like, swallow.
I think it's north?
Do you even know where we're going?
Yes. I don't think she'd be upset if I said anything. I don't know. This is her thing. We're going to a mountain, and there's lava. So as long as you're okay with watching them melt, then we should be fine.
And she just, like, enthusiastically, she's like, yep, that sounds good. Sounds good. Sounds good. Sounds great.
Ooh,
and then
good.
he takes a sip of her coffee.
Okay.
This is like the caffeine patch scene of the Meet the Robinsons.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's how she's kind of acting.
I'm on the caffeine patch.
Yeah.
3 weeks.
She was her sleeve.
I am that woman.
That's awesome.
Y'all. I am that woman.
That's fantastic, Deena.
I love that baby. But yeah, that's pretty much how she's acting right now because she's had so much sugar and coffee and just like hyped up from the battle. So
Okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
All right. You wrap up lunch and carry on. Do you all head back to the compound after? Or do you have other things you want to do?
I head back to the compound.
I'm
Well-
gonna.
I'm gonna wait until I figure out what Zell's doing.
I'm going to pull. Well, not. I guess I can't really pull him to the side. I'm going to look at Zamalagus and say, we should catch dinner together later. And then just kind of. And then. And then just kind of. And then just like start walking towards the compound. Because I think we all woke up so early we didn't like shower or anything, did we?
No, everyone was like dragged out. Like, wake up, we need your help.
She's going, oh, is there a bathhouse actually? I think there is, right?
I mean, in the city, yeah, you'd probably end up paying there. While there is a few of them at the compound, in case you.
Oh, then I'll just go to the compound.
Very nice facilities at the compound.
Yeah.
Just go to the compound.
They have
Let's
soap
go
there. And it smells great.
Okay, so you all head back.
And there's room for 2.
Ooh.
Exactly.
Nice. Deena, I think that at whatever point you allow him to, Thud would probably go and sort of necessary contacts to get a meeting with Tassos in order to ask.
She would actually, she's got to head back there anyways.
Mm-hmm.
She wants to talk to this thing that Zell wants to get rid of. So, she'd like, well, darling, why don't you just go with me? I'll walk you over there.
I didn't want to impose, but
No.
then I would love to. Mm-hmm. Shall we?
Let's.
And he, at this point, it's all done up, and he, not your typical half orc in that, he's very, he's got refined tastes, and he's well dressed. Clearly, he's got some custom tailor. Has a nice fragrance about him. And he's all done up for this meeting.
She like barely comes up to his sternum.
Definitely. He pinches the door and opens it up for you.
And so she'll walk. She'll go with him to the compound.
Neat. All right, you both head to the compound. Having some small talk. I don't know how much you'd share along the way.
She'd be kind of asking him what else he had been up to, because it was about 2 weeks for the travel to the other city and what happened there and everything. I think we were gone for like 2 weeks.
Ah, okay, sure.
So she'd be asking him, what he was up to and that kind of thing.
Neat.
Just making small talk.
Oh, all right.
Finding out more about this Pele situation.
Ah, okay. So he talks a little bit about he's found growing up with a lot of raw strength and intelligence and being able to tactically think things out. There was only so far he felt that was able to get him as a half-orc. There are a lot of limitations in this world for half-orcs and the common perception for them. And so he felt he needed to gain power in a political sort of way, in a way that held sway over people. And so he's been pursuing that, making connections, and that includes completing tasks, not quite a mercenary, but a high-level for purchase cleaner or whatever they kind of need him
Wet
for.
work.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, what you need, I'll get it. He
does wet work.
Nice. Yes. Awesome. He talks a little bit about that and the status that he's gained. A little bit about his frustrations that even with the status, there's still plenty of people that look him sideways, but he's learned to let that go. But he's working on something big here in Pele. If he can pull off what he needs to pull off out here, he'll actually gain a proper title. Out in Pele, he'll be rewarded for what he's doing out there with the government structure, with a proper title.
Working from inside the system.
Yes, indeed.
Nice.
And so he shares, opens up a bit and shares a little bit about that. He talks about now his tusks. I forget if they were both trimmed down.
You never mentioned.
Okay. I'm going to go back and check my notes before I say anything because I can't recall.
I know. It was one thing I know that I remember. I just assumed he had them because you never mentioned it.
Okay. He probably has them. I feel like I tinkered with the thought and I was like, nah, that's not going to work. So we'll just say he's got them.
Yeah. I mean, I could see where he would keep them not filed all the way down, but not as obvious.
Yeah, that's what my thought had been like. In order to mingle with people and not seem as violent or threatening,
brutish. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say he just kind of caps the ends like just a bit and has them filed down maybe to not be so sharp. So you both arrive at the keep, and of course are shown in. They just open the gates for you, Deena. And Tassos is probably, he's back at headquarters here, so it wouldn't be very difficult to find him. He's probably out and about around the yard telling people where to go and what to do. He probably, it's seeing you.
She would, she'd kind of look around for him, and when she spot him, she'd kind of tap Thud on the arm. This way. Take him over. Tassos. This is a friend of mine, Thud. Remember I asked you when I arrived the other night.
I do. Yeah, we've made acquaintance, Thud, and pleasure to meet you. Of course, he shakes hands, and it's a big hand grip over his, but they give their firm handshakes and such. And what
I believe
can I do you, for?
You two have some business to discuss.
Oh.
And I will leave you to do that. I want to go check on the individual from this morning.
Well, you'll find her right back where we had that other gentleman the other day.
Excellent. Would tomorrow morning be convenient for a little excursion?
Absolutely. You tell me what time you need to go, and I'll make it happen, Deena.
I think after breakfast will be good.
Very good.
Thank you.
Tips his hat to you.
And she stretches way up on the tiptoes, and then Thud leans way down, and she kisses him on the cheek.
Lets out a little.
Later, darling.
Yeah, I hope. Okay. Kind of, watches you walk away. So they have, to spare everyone than me talking to myself, they have their conversation.
Just kind of curious. I'm like,
Just gonna do some rolls to see what's going on with him. Okay, yeah, and he's got pretty good standing. All right, way to go. So Thud gets permission. Well, he'll tell you when he gets back. It's like permission with a caveat. I don't know if he would come look for you after, or do you think you would be back in like half an hour or 20 minutes, or do you otherwise?
It would depend on how cooperative.
Gotcha. Okay, so anyone else that's at the house, you can make a perception check. Now, Deena, are you trying to be stealthy at all? If so, you can roll a stealth check.
Oh, not at all. No.
Okay. All right, say anyone that gets over in a 12 in perception would probably hear, or see Deena. I imagine there's some interest in the new person in the kennel, so.
16.
Woo! All right, Thaxel, you watch, you see
Is this
Deena.
perception?
Perception.
30, 20.
Wow. And Demalgus? Oh, you're muted, Demalgus. Oh, no!
Rip! Rip the dream.
He's back.
Bad. Work, Discord.
Why you do this?
Sorry, I got an 11.
Oh, okay, so everyone but
Malchus is
Demalgus.
otherwise occupied.
Yeah.
Things on his mind.
Yes. Okay. So the rest of you would see Deena and heading, through some of the windows. You'll see her walk outside as she's heading over towards that back area. Do any of you want to join, or do you all just acknowledge? Okay, Thaxel, you head out.
does Zell know where she's roughly going?
Probably
You would probably
not.
know. I mean, I'm sure they would have told you she was when you
right.
got there.
Then
Yeah.
she'll start following.
Okay. Valkyn?
I'm gonna change into an owl
Ooh.
and then kind of go over, because it'll be a little bit more stealthy, I guess, in some aspect. Because nobody's gonna be like, oh, there's some bird. Everybody's gonna be like, some bird is.
Well, except for Thaxel.
I was going to say.
Awesome. All right. So you see this and you kind of step outside into a quiet spot and shift down your snowy owl form.
I'll make a stealth check if you want.
Yeah. In fact, your stealth.
I have double proficiency.
Nice. Okay.
Well, owls have some stuff too that they get.
+3.
Wait, so is that in addition to what I already have?
Let's see. When
or
you
is it-
shift, stealth is based on your dex, right? So.
And that changes with the animal.
Yeah, that changes. So it would be a +3. So roll your d20 and add +3.
Oh, that'd be a whole 6. Ugh.
Right.
You're all
No, it's just
It's not
about
that obvious. I didn't
But you do
roll
keep your
one.
proficiencies and abilities, though. You do keep your proficiencies and abilities.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So make that a
Yep.
+6 if you're double proficient.
Oh, so that'd be a 9.
Okay.
Can I make a perception?
A little better. Yeah, go ahead, Faxel, make a perception check. If
I
you
didn't
would.
roll a 1.
You're like, you're flying up, and there's this little,
3.
like a hole, like an area to perch quietly, but you just don't quite land it right. Not quite.
I got a
comfortable.
9.
Oh, and his was a 9? Oh, gosh. Okay, you can both roll a d20. No, don't add anything. Just d20 to see, like, who wins out on that. You sort of find this little hole up above, and kind of a quick flutter as you pull your wings in after hitting them on this. Okay, Valkyn, what'd you get?
7.
Axel, what'd you get?
11.
Ah! Okay, so
Son of a bitch.
you hear this little thud and thwack, and you see, you're like, and up in this little tiny area of the roof in the back is a snow owl that just perched up there.
He told me he wasn't going to change without me being there.
And Deena, of course, you've arrived just as Daxel arrives, and Zelkari just behind her. Yeah.
So I go over and I kind of, lift up the skirt and I squat down and I'm just staring at her for a few minutes.
Nice. She's conscious, just sort of leaning in the back corner off to the side, legs askew. Just.
You're a fucking idiot. Did you know that? Not yes or no. Are you aware what a fucking idiot you are? Darling, not that it's going to help you any because you'll be not able to put this information to use. But if you're going to fuck somebody over, especially somebody that you've been fucking, don't leave them in a bad mood or in a bad way. Because this is what happens when you do. Especially when they have friends who have been doing this a lot longer and a lot better than you have.
You see it kind of strike home what you say. Like she's trying not to acknowledge or show any reaction, but you can spot like the despondent nature and like, crap. I'm in this position.
Yeah.
She's right.
You fucked up. And you fucked up with the wrong people. And that makes you a fucking idiot. And I'm going to enjoy what's going to happen. Just thought I'd let you know. And then she just kind of stands up and just pops a little bit of flame into some of the straw in her
Nice.
cage.
Awesome. Let's see what happens. Ooh.
Just make sure it's a little bit that it's not going to
Okay.
spread or anything, but she just wants
She
to.
draws her feet in.
No, I'm not starting a fire in the kettle.
Like, let's
I know
see
that.
what happens.
I just like,
She draws her feet in.
And that's how the Great Fire of Ikram started.
Burn down the compound.
Some say it was a
No.
cow that knocked over a lantern, but we know
yeah.
that it was,
No, Dina's smarter than that.
Awesome.
She's smarter. Than
Yeah.
that. She just looks at her and goes, and she looks over at the wall with all this stuff on it.
Oh, yeah.
The wigs, yeah.
Mhm.
She goes, we could make you stay here a little more interesting over the next half a day, part of the evening. She's looking over at the wall. She goes, that would be fun. I haven't done that in forever. Maybe. And she gets up and walks out.
Nice. You can see in her eyes, again, she's trying not to show it, but that makes her a bit nervous when she sees the power tiefling, like, maybe we can do this. Nervous. As you kind of get...
That's her fun.
That's awesome. You kind of bump into Thaxel as you round the corner.
I was just checking on the new guest.
Oh, good. So speaking of new guest, I have Zell's permission to add her to your list.
Oh,
Under one condition.
okay.
I come
Zell
along.
wants to talk. She wants to toss her in.
Just
Okay.
as Zell arrives in that moment.
Oh, I was gonna say I thought I was right behind her.
Oh. Go on, Princess.
So you want to talk? All right. I mean, I'll have to
Like,
assist a little bit, but
I was gonna, you know, she could hold a foot.
Yeah.
Or an arm.
or an arm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. What do you think
as long
about
as
that, Zell?
Yeah, she just has to be alive when she goes over.
You see her kind of
Are you
like
okay
leaning
with just
forward,
holding an
listening around the corner.
If it helps you, then that's fine. And she'll make her way into where the cage
You don't
is.
mind that it's going to hurt her a lot, do you? I figured you
Oh,
wouldn't mind
I
with
made her
that.
aware that I made her aware that she was going to melt.
Oh, good.
Zell's just walking.
Nice. So you turn the corner, Zell, and you can see her form a little bit through some of the kennels on the side, a bit out of line of sight, but through some of the pieces of wood and framing you can see her. As you walk around, you get a very clear sight down the end of this L-shaped hallway in the kennel, and a cell at the end base, a makeshift cell. Is Vel. Very tired. She's been given this really loose, old school, like a long nightshirt almost, that covers down to around her knees and is sort of like loose and has a big billowy top thing around the neck, but a bit on the dirty side too. And she's just loose leather shoes that are more like old school slippers, and she kind of draws her feet in.
Pretty sure it smells like ammonia in there, too, at this point.
She's been in there for a while since this morning, so. And Reginald was in here before. It is not a pretty sight in this stall.
Oh,
She's gonna
So,
walk. She's gonna stay to the wall. She's not gonna go near the bars. She's just gonna stay to the wall and lean for a second to see if Vel says anything.
Sal? Sally? I know you're mad at me.
Mad's an understatement.
I know. I mean, you have every right. You have every right.
I mean, was he at least good in bed, Mr. Frenchie?
Oh, no, I just... It wasn't like that with him. I may have led him on a little bit, but I didn't want him near me like that.
You pissed off the wrong people, and I can't do anything for you. Or, if I could, I won't.
I understand. I can tell your friends are fiercely protective of you, and fierce in general. I've resigned myself to my fate. But I would ask that maybe we can sit and talk just for a while, one last time.
What would you have to say to me that you would ever want to say?
I want to give you the opportunity to say anything. You can yell at me, you can beat me. Where can I go? What can I do? I want you to feel that you had every opportunity to do whatever you wanted before I leave this mortal coil.
Well, at least you realize you fucked up enough that you're not gonna last very long.
She kind of tries to sit herself up a little bit. She's got her hands are shackled in front. I feel it's important for me to tell you, at least, that whether you believe me or not, I am sorry. I was in a very bad place when we met. I had a lot of bad things happen to me and felt that I didn't deserve good things.
And she kind of grits her teeth, and she kind of puts her hand in a fist like she's trying real hard not to lose it. And she goes, "You knew about my sister. You knew what happened. And you want to try and come and say to me that you were in a dark spot. You were in a bad place. I gave," and she kind of, at this point, takes a step forward and just like clenches
Nice.
and just waits and then pulls back. And she goes, "Because of you, I was enslaved for this past year. Because of you.
No,
So
Sally.
you can rot in hell."
She scoots up to the front of the cage. Sally, no. I can't. She kind of tries to reach her arm out towards you. I'm so sorry, Zelly. I had no idea.
She'll look at her hand and turn, and as she's turning, she'll just say, "I have a date. See you in the morning."
She sits down, slumps down, and pushes herself back in the corner. Rests her head on the inside of the cage as you walk off defiantly, like, boom!
Like,
Nice. Neat. All right. Gosh, what else have we got cooking here today then?
So
curious,
Oh, yeah.
was the little snowy owl in the corner?
Yeah, you can do a perception check if you want to see if you noticed. What was your roll? It was 9, Valkyn? The original one?
Yes.
I think so, yeah.
Actually, Valkyn, you can make a fresh one because she wasn't out there the way that the others were when you landed.
13 plus 6, so that's 19.
8. So
Okay.
I don't know what plus 3, so yeah, no.
Okay. Yeah, you don't spot him, unfortunately.
Okay.
So
Next
I
one.
wasn't near Zell when she went, but I want to cast Speak with Animals
Okay.
and try to see if I can get Valkyn to come down and have a chat with me.
Oh.
So I'm just
Oh,
gonna.
wait, but before you do that, I had actually wanted to do something to Vel before
Okay, go for it,
Thaxel ended up
Valkyn.
coming in. So I'm gonna go and change back into my. I'm gonna land on the cage as a snowy owl.
Yep.
And what's Vel like? Reaction to like?
Oh,
Hey,
an
snowy
owl.
owl.
She's
on my cage.
pretty despondent. You know, this is sort of in between. Like, she was just threatened by Deena, and Deena's walked away as you kind of land, and she's just like, you know, she kind of looks up to see what's on the cage, and then looks back down like, great, an owl.
And then I turn back into myself.
Okay. Be a little more shocked.
Oh, look at you. You're like a little rat caught in a cage. Isn't it nice? Kind of at least experience a little bit what it's like to be trapped and stuck in a place. I was kind of held under, I guess, what you would call house arrest growing up in the Underdark. I don't really know why, and now a dark god, or dark goddess, is kind of after me, and kind of want to know why they're following, interested in me, but that doesn't really matter to you, and what I say doesn't really matter to you, because you're probably going to be dead soon anyway. And with that, I want her to make a, what is it?
Ooh.
Wisdom save.
Nice. And per Warren's suggestion for my terrible pun, I'm going to do it at disadvantage. Which, that brings it way down to a 5 plus her.
Yeah,
8.
she fails.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm gonna make her, because I assume Thaxel would probably be coming in to talk to her.
Perhaps. Zelkari's...
No.
Yeah. No?
What?
Okay.
Thaxel has no interest in talking to Vel.
At this point,
I'm gonna
you
make her,
saw Deena, and you hear Thaxel and Zelkari around the corner as they're all meeting up.
I'll make her. Yeah, I don't think after the conversation, I don't think Zell would end up coming in again. She was kind of almost. So I'll just make her frightened of me for the hour.
Ooh, okay. Good way. He takes some straw and throws it up at the... That's all she can do.
Amusing.
5-foot owl looming over you.
Yeah.
Well, I am like standing on top of her cage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a little freaky.
So Zelkar, or what do you want to do next? Since you weren't there with Zelkari's talk, do you want to? I don't think Zelkari would say that stuff if you had been here. Do you want to like buzz away and then buzz back to scare? Like as you hear Zelkari, you hide or something and then come back. So. After that, though, is when Zelkari talked to her, and Zelkari wouldn't have said those things, or Vel, if you were on top of the cage. So. Oh,
I wasn't sure if that was going to be after Zelkari had left.
We can do that. Let's do that. We'll make it after Zelkari had left, and then you just kind of hover
I originally
there.
was going to
You
go
didn't hear
and
anything.
freak the crap out of her before Zelkari came in, and then have her be completely frightened of Zelkari. But
Nice. Gotcha.
but
I feel like she's already scared.
Yeah.
So if you're doing that after, then you do hear Thaxel, whoo, 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 hooing a bit, saying, Psst, come
I
here.
see you.
Yeah.
What? Because I'm in my normal form.
Well, you're still an animal. I guess he'll talk to you.
Oh, okay.
In animal form.
Why are you cooing at me?
And then you just hear it go, oh, fuck.
Ah.
I have my eye on you. Valkyn, don't you forget our deal.
Well, I can try transforming into an owl again. Oh, and guess what? She's really frightened of me. Isn't it kind of amusing? The point.
Yeah.
No, like, really frightened of me. Like, she probably thinks I'm going to kill her. Nah.
I'm gonna shake some occasion.
She's Vax was just a little unamused. She's like, well, what about this transforming back? Can you do it again? Do you know, can you do it again? Maybe you could scare Vel in the process by turning.
Alright. I'll go and like land on the floor in front. And then transform
Throw some
back.
straw at you. Oops. So hard, she knocks my earbuds out. Okay, and you shift down to an owl. She's still frightened.
It did work. So I think Speak with Animals lasts for like 10 minutes. Yeah, 10 minutes. And so I'll be like, so who. Come here.
Okay.
Come here.
I'll go and
So Kate.
land up on her arm or whatever and kind of look at her like a little bit like
And I'm gonna pat his
What?
head. Pat his head.
Oh.
So can you do a spell? Like a little gust of wind.
Let's see here. What do I have? The under actions. Yeah, I have. I don't know. Like, does she have? Oh wait, she has like the. Is it a bracelet or is it a ring or something? The one thing that you have.
Me? It's a ring.
I'll probably like go and like scoot over to the ring and I'll touch it with my claw or talon
I
or
would
whatever.
be careful if I were you.
Roll a dex
And
saving
I
throw.
try to
Valkyn.
cast light on it.
Ooh! First roll a dex saving throw as you touch it with your your claw.
I try to warn you.
It'd be a 4 plus death 6. Wait, but couldn't she purposefully fail it? Or something?
Well, this is actually for you as you go to put your claw on the ring.
Oh.
Okay. Gosh, what's in it currently? Lightning?
I believe
That would be
so.
why.
So while it doesn't discharge what she has in there, you do get a shock. You take 4 points of lightning damage. As and you pull back. You do manage. Awesome.
You just hear like.
I tried to tell you. Good grief.
The ring
And-
does light up, though. You were able to cast light. It doesn't seem to absorb the spell or anything, but the ring itself illuminates brightly.
Huh.
It's like a 20-foot radius of bright light and another 20 feet of dim light, whatever the light spell is.
Yeah.
So it does work. Interesting.
Son of a bitch! What's in that ring?
I don't know. I have no idea. But I have a present for you.
Okay.
I want you to wear this. And I hold out the jesses.
Nice.
Just try it on.
You can do.
It's nothing, like, there's no magic on it. I had this made specially for you. It's kind of like a crown. And it was made especially for you because you're now a royal bird? Owl?
hesitantly let her put it on.
Oh, okay. It takes a minute or two to, first time putting these on, but, she gets it on, and it's comfortable. It's really well made. It's comfortable, and, it offers you a little protection in your owl form.
So,
You look
what
very
exactly
fancy.
do Jesses do? Is it like a hood thing so I can't see or something?
Oh, yeah. What? Deena, take it away. Yeah.
Yeah, Deena, explain.
Okay, Jess's actually go around the feet, and they have leather ties on them. And what?
You broke
Cut
up.
out.
Oh, sorry. So Jess's they have they go around the legs just above the feet, and then they have leather thongs that come off of them. And so, like, you can actually hold them by the leather thongs, and the bird can flap its wings and kind of get some lift off, but it can't go anywhere because you're holding it. Or you use it to tie them to a perch.
Oh, okay.
That's what the Jesses do.
Neat.
Okay, I would like to retcon and say I made a hood for him as well, so I could trick him into putting on that as a crown while I'm
Nice.
attaching the Jesses.
Yep.
All right, so you're all decked up. You've got these fancy little leather spats on just over the top of your feet and up your legs, and this, the leash of sorts with the hood with, slight blinders on the side, and you're all dressed up. You do look rather fancy.
You look.
I don't know if be a trick. I don't know if would the hood thing cover my face, like my whole
No,
face.
it comes down. It just covers. It looks like a cap that covers the eyes, and it's a very
Okay.
tight-fitting leather cap.
This better not be a trick.
Oh, honey, why would I trick you? Oh my goodness. You look dashing, by the way. And are we still in front of Belle's cage, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
She's
like,
still afraid.
Belle, how do you like Valkyn? Doesn't he look dashing?
No, that
Tell
thing's
him he looks
hideous.
dashing.
Keep it away.
Eh.
Keep it away.
Oh, you mean like closer to you?
No! She kind of pulls this big thing up over her head in the corner.
Okay. I'll see you in the morning. And I turn around with Valkyn still on my arm, and I'm gonna go find Tassos real quick.
Okay. So you walk. You've got Valkyn. I mean, essentially, he's tied to your wrists via the dressing. So you start walking through the building. You recall where you last heard him, and he's out in the front yard there, still giving people orders and such. And he sees you. It's almost like he can sense you now. Oh. He gives a big smile. He's kind of looking at you carrying, Valkyn on your arm. Well. What have you got there, darling?
Oh,
is that your
remember-
friend? Is that Georgie
Yeah.
Porgy?
that's Georgie Porgy.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Oh, what he can do. Georgie can, and I kind of like do this and try to get him to fly.
Like you feel that the stomach drop out from you. You flap instinctively for a minute, but you're kind of suspended there just above her arm, tethered to it. Wow, that there's quite a trick. Whew.
It's okay. I've never
Yeah.
had a pet before,
Oh, see.
and this is Georgie Porgy.
Well, it is a pleasure to meet this little darling. Look at this. How cute and a little get up there.
I know. He's absolutely precious. So we could try something similar to this later. I just need to get it made
Well.
bigger.
I wish I could cover my ears.
He's sort of looking like, clearly his eyes go up into that thinking.
I hack. Can I hack? I don't know if I hack up a
You stuck,
pellet
yeah.
that is just chocolate cake. It's a chocolate cake pellet.
Nice. Just like 2 layers. It's cake, frosting cake. Yeah. Oh, well. Oh, Georgie.
Right on
Porgy.
Thaxel's sleeve.
Is that cake? You might want to get that there pet checked out. That don't seem right.
Well, he'll either die again
Ooh.
or he'll get over it. Won't
Fair
you,
enough.
Georgie? Ooh.
I reckon. You know what? I've questioned a couple of your ideas in the past, but damn if you weren't right every time. So I'm just gonna go with this one. All right? That sounds good.
Well, I mean, if you have any free time to go talk to your dwarven friend to see if you can craft us one of these,
You got it.
I'm sure I can find it.
I will make the time for you.
You're the best.
Oh.
You're the best.
No,
right.
you are. It's one of those.
So now you really need to torture Georgie by putting him on a perch in the bedroom and tying him there overnight.
Oh God.
That'd be so mean.
Learn all the things.
That'd be so mean. And I just, I look at, let's see. So I turn to Valkyn and be like, don't ever fuck me over. And I let him go.
Okay. Do I need it? If I like transform back, am I gonna like completely ruin this Jess's thing, or is it?
I know, I take it off.
Okay.
Yeah.
She takes all that off, and then like the collar as the last part, and then you're able to fly free. Fly free.
Fly free. But and then I was like, but come back because the crown is really yours. You know, makes you look cute. But the justice is still mine. Thanks.
Nice. All right. Excuse me. So,
Oh, and when I turn back, and I'll be like, I believe you had a note for me.
Oh, you're right. I do. And I take the note out of my satchel and I give it to Valkyn. Here you go. I hope this helps.
I'll tuck
Thanks
that away.
Thanks for amusing me for a little bit.
You're welcome.
And I also hand him the little crown, or little covered thing for his head. I'm going to call it a crown.
Perfect. Nice.
Because he deserves it.
All right. How neat. All right, Valkyn. So the evening comes around. I'm going to just say, so Deena, Thud's going to let you know that he got permission. You know what? I'll role play it out because there's a little more to it. So he'll, ask around for you and be shown to where you are in the.
Yeah, she was in the kennel.
Ah, right.
She might be back in the house, doing something, but
Okay.
depending on how long they were.
Gotcha. So he comes around probably just outside the kennel as you're wrapping up there, and once you two are alone, he shares the information. Well, Tassos has agreed to allow me, us, to steal this item. However, if we fail, he will not acknowledge that he gave us permission.
That's fair.
It seemed fair.
So, tell me more now about this little item and how you plan to go after it.
Well, the crown of Queen Esmer IV is worth a pretty gold piece, as she was the last queen to rule over all that we see here. I have a contact that could sell it for us, probably make around 3,500 or 4,000 gold pieces for it.
Nice.
We would split this 50-50. As now, I typically don't offer such a deal. However, I know how skilled you are, And I believe in giving people what they deserve. And 50-50 will be good. We'll... you know what? I'm going to have him do a roll, because he usually does something here. A 20. Wow, awesome. Okay, so... I usually use this, and he pulls this like 8-foot rope out of a satchel on his waist. He doesn't have too much in the way of, all his clothing's fairly,
Right.
snappy, but he's got a couple satchels on the side. This binds us in our deal, so we cannot break either end, but you have been honest, and I have seen your loyalty and passion for what you do, and I feel this won't be necessary. And he folds it up.
She'll actually hold out her hand. I'm willing.
All the more reason. It's been a very long time since I felt I could trust another.
I know that feeling.
It's time I give trust a chance.
I'm honored.
And he just takes your hand and scoops it into the palm of his hand, gives it a kiss. Well, I'm going to secure invitations as this item is being held. Oops. Where's my, okay. At the Thurston's estate. They're holding a party tonight. And that will be the perfect time to gain entry.
Oh, perfect.
It's a masquerade party of sorts.
Yes, one of my companions is actually attending already.
All the better then.
Yes.
Wonderful. We'll make
I
our
look
way.
forward to seeing your plumage.
He's actually a little stumped. He's just having some feels, and he's like, Well, how should we spend the evening leading up to this, you think?
Well, we do have costumes to acquire.
Perhaps some shopping is in order then. Let's splurge a little, yes? I feel like celebrating this union.
Let's. And she's actually gonna tell him a little bit about herself, kind of what she's, who her father was and that kind of stuff.
Oh, okay, neat.
Yeah.
Thud is, he's very sincere with you, because you see him deal with other people, and he definitely puts on that facade.
Oh yeah.
Very slick, very high emotional intelligence. He understands what people are thinking, what they need to hear. But, he it's like he shuts the world off and just kind of listens to you when he's talking. Just to kind of set the tone of these moments
Okay.
of sharing.
Yeah. Yeah, and she started out keeping things really light at first, and then her body language changes. Instead of that whole kind of flirtatious light, she's actually making the eye contact and that kind of thing. So yeah.
Okay. I was excited.
True love.
Awesome.
Aligning of not sure of the word yet.
Skills and desires.
Yeah. They're simpatico.
Ah, neat. awesome. So you two go out, and he's more than happy to. He has a fair amount of money, so he doesn't have any problem getting you a few sets of clothing. Like I think there's a noble set of clothing, or fine. I think it's called fine set of clothing. I'll put that.
Fine clothing. Yeah.
That can go in your inventory. And if you can't, I can't forget if you all can do it or not. But if not, let me know and I'll put it in.
No, I don't think we can add.
Okay. Yeah, and then of course you get some tailor-made outfits for the party tonight.
Excellent.
So evening comes around. Ooh, it's party time. Let's see. If you're with Deena, if you're with Thud, I'll say that you two can arrive. You get the things you need. You have a bite to eat, whatever you need for the evening before heading over there. Probably around 8:30 at night is when the party's starting.
She's actually going to send a message to Faxel to let her know that she is out with Thud for the evening, and will be back in the morning for breakfast.
Neat. Valkyn, you get to knock at the door.
Yeah, the party was at 8.
Yes, we're arriving fashionably late. Thank you.
Neat. Valkyn, you're the escort to the party arrives with Betsy, of course. And let me find you here. Okay. All right. And
I'll have the whatever the item. Was the gold also theirs, or was the?
It seemed that way. Yeah, it was all grouped together in the room.
Yeah, so I'll have all the things in, like, I don't know, something fancy, probably like some sort of chest or something.
Nice. Betsy, as the doors open, the courier, the escort is there. You've got the chest, you're carrying it in front of you. This kind of, I'm sure Tassos' family probably would have given you a nice sort of gold-plated and set chest here. In the carriage is Betsy. There's a carriage waiting to take you to there. As you climb in, the carriage rocks a little bit. 2 horses draw the carriage, and Betsy's like, "Oh, Valkyn. Oh, you is that chest full of food?"
No.
Oh, I just asked because you had some.
No, by this time I would have actually.
What's in the chest? Is it for me?
I'm kind of returning some lost item.
Oh, okay. Well, are you excited about tonight? I am.
Yeah, I'm a little bit nervous.
Me
Never
too.
actually really been to much or any of these types of things.
Oh, well, you'll do fine. You stick close to me, and I'll make sure that you have any questions, let me know, and I'll give you a nudge to make sure you do whatever it is you need to do. I wouldn't worry too much about etiquette. Let's have fun. Great. And she kind of knocks on the window, and the carriage takes off over to the party. So you all arrive a little bit ahead of Deena and Thud. You all arrive about 8, taking the carriage. You get there, and the party is a go. There's already quite a few people there. Again, they don't have big lawns, but there's a little tiny bit of a back yard and side yard where there's some tables set up. In the back, there's essentially what's a swimming pool, basically. But it's sort of built right against the building, as there isn't too much room. So not what you would. It's only like 8 by 15. It runs along the back of the house there. Everyone is wearing their outfits, different plumage, different birds, different feathers. Everyone's fairly vibrant, of course. And you two are escorted into the first level of the three-level house. There's quite a bit of buzz. It does have a very inside. It has a bit of a Victorian feel, a little bit different than the outside of the buildings that have these bright pastels and Venice type feels. It looks like they redecorated the interior just for this party. Like, that's the kind of money this town has. And so, but there's a number of large rooms that have, 4 supporting pillars, but otherwise wide open. The arched doorways that head from room to room. Plenty to eat. Plenty of people, walking about. Some dancing. You hear a string quartet playing in one of the larger rooms that is set up just for dance. Has tables around the outer edge for people to relax as well. And you two begin mingling. People are walking. They all have that walk where they're not nobility, but ritzy, and they walk with purpose and upright and proper and such. And Betsy is saying, How are you doing, Valkyn?
Doing fine.
Good.
Like to return these Thurstons or something, whoever's.
Oh, yes, Olivia Thurston. We just passed her. I meant to say hello, but she was talking with someone else. There she is. Come with me. And she kind of grabs your arm and kind of tugs you along a little bit. Chest rattling. So you have to wait a minute as this person finishes up a conversation with someone and then looks up and sees Betsy and. Well, yeah, she says to him, yes, it's been a pleasure seeing you again. Yes, good day, if you'll excuse me. Betsy, my dear, Betsy. Olivia walks up. She's a human, probably maybe late 30s, early 40s or so. Also has, very that noble appearance. Betsy, you came. I'm so pleased. Oh, delightful. And Betsy, it's great to be here, Olivia. Olivia Thurston, this is Valkyn. He's my +1 tonight, and I believe he has something for you.
We have found the people who broke into your house and kind of dealt with one of them. The other one's being dealt with in another manner, and they'll open the chest door.
Yes, and she kind of closes the chest down. Yeah. Thank you. She kind of looks at you with that look like, and what's your name?
Yes, I'm Valkyn. I'm staying with the Dabbins.
Yes, that makes more sense. Thank you. She looks around to one of her servers and hands the chest off to them. You see the discos here. She whispers to him a bit. And they take the chest off. Well, Valkyn, I would say that you are one of our guests of honor then tonight. Thank you, truly, for returning these goods.
You're most welcome.
Well, Betsy, I do hope that the two of you have a lovely time this evening. Help yourselves to the food and drink and the revelry, yes? Betsy kind of, we will. We'll see you. Kind of tugs your arm, Valkyn. Okay. So... she pulls you over to the dance floor, Valkyn, and you two begin dancing and swing, and the music's kind of fun and upbeat, and you're like, oh, I can play this. Like, you're in tune as a bard to the music and stuff.
I can play this so much better.
Would you dance and dance? Go ahead and make a performance check, Valkyn, for your dancing, if you would. Let's see what Betsy can do here. Ooh, not bad, Betsy. Betsy's a 13, so.
That'd be a 10?
Okay. So, adequate dancing. No one's stepping on feet. It's just nothing fancy either. It's smooth dancing. And you see, make a perception check while you're doing that, please.
That'd be a 10. I'm not sure if I want to actually go and use my extra time.
Well, let me know now if you want to before.
Can you use bardic inspiration on yourself?
I don't know.
It depends on what type of what college you are.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Wait. So what would be the inspiration die? The sub one.
Ooh, the sub one's a D12. Do.
Do it.
I'll do it.
Okay.
Let me find my.
I won't say much, but I'll say good choice.
That'd be 17.
Okay, good. So as you're dancing. There's tables set up around the edge where people can sit, and others with food. And walking, sort of, you notice a particular individual walking and watching. They have this hood, a cloak with a hood up, white with this gold etching, and there's feathers sewn into the hood, and this really big mask that has all these feathers coming off of it, so you can't really make out any details, but their head is directed at you as they're sort of walking in and out and around the perimeter. They walk behind the quartet, around which is playing in the corner, and then behind some of the tables, and it's just a little off-putting. And I'm going to quickly, because I know it's almost time to wrap up, I'm going to quickly jump over to Deena and Thud that around this time arrive. And you two are welcomed in as you and Thud show your invitations. And Thud says, well, we should first be seen, yes? Perhaps.
Yes.
Should we show the rest of these plebes, rest of these people.
What is he, a
how
gamer?
To dance, yeah. How to dance.
Oh, that sounds delightful.
Lovely. So you two start heading back to, you kind of mingle along the way, take a little time picking up some food, saying hello. He's got some acquaintances. You have some acquaintances that you've met here through Tassos.
She's going to make sure that Belt Buckle sees her.
Oh, nice. Okay, yep.
Yep.
Oh.
And she's got her arm through Thud, you know.
He's definitely like...
she's going to make sure Belt Buckle sees her, and she's going to go...
Yes, that's I think that's like...
Kind of looks right down and then like back up at Thud. Nice. So Valkyn, during this time, you've had a little more time to dance. Another 10 minutes goes by with and you and Betsy are having fun. There's a couple dances. They're moderately upbeat. Every so often you look up again and that person has disappeared. Yeah. But then a couple minutes later,
did they look male? Did they look female?
No, they looked smaller frame.
Would I have seen their skin color at all, or anything?
No, they've got this big mask that has feathers coming out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So a couple minutes, they disappear. A couple minutes later, and then they kind of pop up, a little further in the room, and you're like, and it's getting a bit creepy. And so after about this 10-minute mark, they stop, and they're probably 30 feet away from you through the crowd. And another individual walks up next to this person. This really rather tall, probably, nearly 7 feet tall, muscle-bound male walks up and stands just behind her shoulder and puts a hand on her. It seems, compared to him, looks like a her, and leans down and whispers in their ear. And stands up and lifts his mask up and has like this devil stare at you. And you can see that his skin is dark like a drow. Some white strands of hair run along aside here. And the smaller figure takes the mask and pulls it down to reveal what looks like a female face, perhaps at one point beautiful, also drow, but she has these 3 jagged, gnarled scars down the length of her face, and through those scars you recognize this as Mavery. The scars you left her when you scratched her face before leaving her in the jail cell in Stonehearth. And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
Before that, I'll send a message to, because I assume Thaxel, would they be on their date already? Like, Thaxel.
No telling.
Well, it's
Not sure.
We didn't have any plans.
Well, I meant, would, whatchamacallit, the Malagus have been on his date already.
Oh, we'll probably backtrack. Well, it'll be around the same time, I suppose, dinner.
Yeah.
And we can pick that up probably right at the top.
Yeah.
Of next
yeah, I probably would
session.
have sent, like, a message to... I guess I would probably say to send it to the Malagus.
Straight to voicemail.
I'll send it to Thaxel, because Thaxel, I assume, would be at the house and would have, like, backup with everybody else. Mavery's back.
The number you were calling is
Thurston's
disconnected.
and that's all I'll say.
Nice.
So.
Okay, in that moment of panic, you just fire out this message. Thaxel, Mavery's back.
Mavery's back. At the Thurston's.
And she's staring. Okay.
Deena's first thought, the first thought that went through my head as Deena was, oh good, a distraction.
Yeah, nice. Awesome. It's just Mavery and this other dude's towering behind her, both just staring at you, Valkyn. Like,
so a
wow.
7-foot tall drow? That's big ass
It's a
drow.
big old muscle bound. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Where the frick did she find him?
We'll find out next week. Of course, look forward especially to picking up. We'll probably pick up right with Zelkari and Demalgus, the beginning of their din-din. And we'll jump over to, just to keep the suspense, we'll jump over to Deena and Thud and tackle some Valkyn and this other stuff.
Yeah, we'll have all this. Oh, there's this giant brawl at the party, and meanwhile. Oh, how do you like the wine? Oh, the steak is delicious.
Nice.
You have no idea what I'm gonna ask him.
But yeah.
Nice. Excuse me. All right. Well, thank you so much. Players, is always awesome. I just love sitting here and, doing this game with you because I love the stuff that you all come up with. And all the things you do. So thank you so much. I mean, seriously, the emotional investment that I have, thanks to all of you, it's like, I'm so deep in this for everybody. I'm like, oh my gosh, yes. So thank you very much.
Love it.
Thank you, Dan.
Oh,
I was
You
gonna
made
say
up another
thank you.
crazy, awesome NPC today.
Neat.
Very-
Oh my god, I love her so much.
The pastry Nazi.
Oh, I love the pastry Nazi as well.
Would I be down
Made my
4
day.
hit points from earlier?
Yeah, that you'd still have that zap. Mhm.
Okay, I wasn't sure if I.
I mean,
You may have taken a short rest.
Yeah, if you did a short rest, you can use one of your hit die to recover some stuff. So thank you all, and thank you viewers as well, of course.
Yes, thank you.
You're just phenomenal, and I love the comments, and you're all hilarious. It's one of my favorite aspects of having you all here. So look forward to next week. For anyone who doesn't know, we stream Kira's Lament here every Tuesday night from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern. And then we have Stormfall that runs every Friday night, 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern. This is our all-evil campaign, our ne'er-do-wells.
Love it.
Every villain is the hero of their own story.
Yes,
Right.
exactly. Yeah.
That's a lot of stories, if you have.
Nice.
All 7 of them.
Woo. Have a wonderful night, everyone. We'll catch you all next
Bye,
week.
guys.
Bye.